Hi, this is Rick, and you're in the Whiskey Zone, where we celebrate the spirit of the spirit. And today, we're going to be investigating a Scotch whiskey that's been blended with over a half a dozen Scottish whiskies by a company that's been on the cutting edge of blending Scotch whiskies for over 20 years. It's the Compass Box Orchard House release from the Compass Box Scotch Whiskey Making Company, based in a little town called London. Compass Box is a fascinating company, started by a man named John Glaser, an American who was working in the Scotch whiskey industry in London, and saw a need for greater innovation. One of the things I find interesting about Compass Box as a company is that they don't call themselves blenders, but whiskey makers, which, while it might sound like semantics, says to me that they're focused on a bigger arc, if you will, of creating unique and repeatable flavor possibilities, as opposed to the tactical process of simply bringing together different whiskeys. The flavor profile of this blend is more fruit-forward and comes from a mix of malts from the Highland and Speyside regions of Scotland. This award-winning Orchard House release has been bottled at 46% ABV and is part of the Compass Box core range, which means when you finish your first bottle and then you go back to your favorite whiskey shop looking for a second one, it should be on the shelf. There's been no chill filtering and no color added, and I think this is the way all whiskey should be sold. The natural color you see here is a pale yellow gold, and it has lots of very oily legs coming down the inside. One last thing I wanted to mention about Compass Box before we get into the review has to do with the cork. There's a QR code on top that takes you to a page that explains a change in the type of cork they're putting in the bottle. Apparently there's a shortage of wood stoppers, and so they had to temporarily go with plastic. In addition, they break down how to sustainably recycle them. Not bad, Compass Box. Both transparent and conscientious. All right, let's do some whiskey. So first, the nose. Apples, which is probably not surprising looking at the label. It's funny, it's almost gin-like. Vanilla fudge. The stuff made with butter and sugar, not the rock band from the 1960s. I don't know what they smelled like, but it probably wasn't like this. Apple butter. It's got a zing like ginger ale. Honey and squished up pears. Let's see what surprises the taste might have. If it's your first whiskey taste of the day, let the first one pass by. Let your body adapt to the alcohol. It's spicy. I'm getting a nice taste of cinnamon there. A caramel sucker. It almost tastes like something I'd want to pour over ice cream, but I wouldn't. Slightly singed caramel. A little chocolate, but the really over-the-top 100% cacao kind of bitter chocolate. And pomegranates. Now, the flavors of this whiskey have impressed me enough, so I'm not adding any water to this one. As always, if you want to, please do. I'm getting a malty kind of beer taste on the finish, with some pears and a little rose-infused honey, which I think I'm making up because I've never actually had that before. I think there's a reason they've made this one of their core offerings, and that's because it's the kind of whiskey that people can easily go back to for a light-on-the-palate, refreshing dram. It's still got a nice kick at 46% ABV, but I can't find a lot to complain about here. I'm giving the Compass Box Orchard House release a 9-finger pour. I hope you found something of value in this review of the Compass Box Orchard House Scotch Whiskey. If you want more details on this review, as well as discovering a place with other fun whiskey stuff, please visit thewhiskeyzone.com. And since you've gone this far, why not do what all the other cool kids are doing and subscribe, like, comment, and share. So until next time, please drink smart, stay safe, and we'll see you again in the Whiskey Zone.